So you like styling while dancing? But how much do you really know about styling? Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. Rasa the dancer is here and today's video is for the followers. We will be talking not just random things about styling, but actually the things that I believe every follower should know. We're going to talk about what is styling. We're going to talk about what you should do and you shouldn't do with your styling. And most importantly, I'm going to give you a little bit more pointers of how you can actually find your own style. So let's continue with the video, and very quickly, if you hear dogs barking, I'm sorry. They bark here all the time. I'm in Sweden and it's like we in a house in the middle of nowhere, and there's dogs and they're barking all morning today. So forgive me please if you hear a dog. There's nothing I can do. Oh, there's the dog. First, and I believe most important thing that you need to know about styling is that not always styling is appropriate, and also sometimes your styling can get so crazy that the leader feels like he's not involved in the dance anymore. He cannot get the hand in time to do combinations, he cannot create musicality, he cannot tell the story, so it becomes a little bit of a mess. So you have to be super aware of how you style. Now, I'm a very confident lead in general, so I like a bit of a challenge. I don't think we always need to get the hand. I think it's interesting sometimes if you style something and it's not where I needed it to be, I make something out of it. But there comes a point where it's interesting and it's a challenge and it's fun. And there comes a point where it's just like a mess and it's like, why am I there even trying if you're just styling everything and not paying attention at all to what I want to do? So you have to be super aware. If you go to workshops where there's a live teacher, you have to ask, is this a styling hand just to train me, or is it an arm where I can use it? And if so, where can I use it? Ask for demonstrations, ask for all kinds of questions to make sure that you are aware of what you're doing. And also when you see all these demos with teachers doing crazy arm styling, always keep in mind they are extremely trained professional dancers. That means they are really aware of their surroundings on a higher level. So that means they can fuse more styling without interrupting the dance. When you are starting or just learning, if you do too many arm stylings and you're not yet trained to be aware of your surroundings, it becomes messy rather than useful. So less is always more. Try to, of course, keep on styling, keep on working on your body, but try to really make sure that you don't take away from the experience, follow and lead and creating a dance together, and it doesn't become just all about your styling. Okay, another super important point, and really try to understand what I'm trying to say here, because I believe it's extremely important and what we're lacking these days a lot. Styling is not just where you put your arms, it's so much more than that, or how your body moves. It's a lot to do of your shift of weight. It's a lot to do about your posture. It's a lot to do about how you hold your own weight. In the partner work, are you a heavy dancer or a light dancer? How you hold yourself when you take your steps. Do you turn your feet out or are you pigeon-toed? All of those things is also styling. It is not obvious styling like placing your hands in specific positions, but it's styling because when you look at somebody dancing and you like the way they move or the way they are or the way they do things, it's not because of arms where they are, it's because they hold themselves in a very particular way and you're like, wow. And they're holding their own balance. They're not tripping over their own feet. They shifting weight so the body naturally moves to the directions where it needs to move. And so many times now I can tell, I go out dancing and the girls are styling, and the styling that they learned, they practiced it, so it looks really good. But as soon as they put the hand down and they're just doing a normal turn pattern like combination in a partner work, they look clumsy, they look off balance, they look heavy, not because of the weight. It's just like, when you're just clunking around. And that is unforgivable. If you pay attention more to arm styling than actually confidence in how you take your feet in bachata, is not good. So, and trust me, when you pay attention more to shift the weight, to your balance, to your posture, everything changes, because the arms is part of our body, right? If we use our body correctly, the arms naturally fall into all of these beautiful positions. So if I can advise anything, styling, start with shift of weight. Make sure your bum is going to the right direction when you're shifting weight. Make sure you turn with confidence. You work on your balance, work on your core. Most importantly, about your shoulder blades. Make sure they are pushing backwards. Your core is engaged. All those little bits. If you want another video just on that, let me know in the comments. But that will open your mind, and then the styling will be easy peasy, and it will be an add-on to something that is holding you. Okay, now that we got all of these philosophical issues out of the way, so let's break down when you actually talk about styling, what kind of body parts you can style with, okay? So you can wear the style with your arms, that's the obvious choice, but a lot of people miss out hands and fingertips, yes? So pay attention when you're styling with your arms, not just on the arms and the positioning, but also how your wrists move and how you use your fingertips. Whether you're creating shapes, whether you're doing circles, whether you're just relaxing, whether you're shaping, all kinds of things. Hands are part of your arms. Make sure you don't neglect them, yes? Then you also can style with your body, which is like body rolls, shimmies with the shoulders, hip rotations, neck rolls. All of that is body movement, right? So you can have lots of styling with that as well. You can also have styling with your feet, footwork. Any kind of extra things with the turns, that's your footwork. Any kind of little syncopated step towards the end of your basic, that's your footwork. Playing around with your feet is also styling. And of course, musicality. Now, musicality when you're dancing in the partner work is mostly kind of led through with the leader. However, we are the one that spice it up. So now and then there are moments where you can express yourself musically and be a little bit cheeky with your partner, or just for yourself, a little syncopation when nobody notices. But playing with the music is also part of styling, because otherwise styling doesn't make a lot of sense if you don't play with the music as well. So those are the kind of thing, like mechanical things, that if you want to work on styling, those are the things you can think about. It brings us to another very important point. Not every styling that you're gonna learn is something you're supposed to use. Just because you've learned it, you're not supposed to necessarily use it, because of body mechanics. We all different people in here, but also physically. Some taller, some shorter, some bigger, some smaller, longer limbs, short limbs, all kinds of things. So when you go to a styling class, of course you're gonna get styling from that particular teacher that they enjoy. You're gonna go to somebody else, you're gonna have different kind of styling. So it's very important to train and learn all of the different styles, because that's the only way you're going to discover what really suits you. But if you train and you learn it and you're doing it nicely, but you don't enjoy it, like it doesn't fit your body naturally, you don't like how it looks, it doesn't feel like you want to naturally use it, don't. Not every styling you're supposed to use. You're supposed to find something that suits for you. And also, certain things are naturally gonna flow, and you be like, okay, I like this, and you take it. So it's very important to train from different teachers, because that's how we get better, going through obstacles and training in things that doesn't seem natural. But then it's very much okay to just neglect most of it and take something that you really enjoy and that works for you and you like how you look. So don't feel in a particular way that you have to use everything you learn or that your teachers say. No, you pick one or two from this person, one or two from this person, and then you just go with that. Finally, and listen carefully, nobody needs another Rasa the dancer. Nobody needs another Palmieri. Nobody needs another Daniel and Desiree. What? Nobody needs another same person. You are supposed to find your own style. I know it's difficult. How do you do it? Is by trying and learn as much as you can, but then experiment. Is by experimenting with musicality, with different shapes, doing some weird stuff. Some will be like really weird, some will be cool weird, and you'll be like, kind of like this. By experimenting and knowing what you like, what you don't, trying to find your own path is how you're gonna become the best version of yourself. If you're gonna like, there's too many girls now doing the same styling with those arm thingies. What it's like, they so many women now look like exactly the same as Sarah. Exactly the same. And I love Sarah. Mwah, dancer. And I also learned from her styling a lot. But I don't do it the same way as her, nor do I want to. I don't want to be Sarah. I want to be unique. And that is the key. You learn styling, but then you have to find something that is you, that to set you apart, so you wouldn't be like cloned from the factory and everybody's just the same. It's the worst thing in dancing, because dancing is art, it's expressing yourself. So make sure you're very careful not to look exactly how your teacher. Be brave and experiment and try to see what you like, what works for your body, and how differently you can express it. Mwah. Thank you so much for watching. I try to make videos that are useful for you and give you that extra information that sometimes is hard to find. Leave a comment if you have something to say or there's anything else you want to know. And of course, if you need some help with your styling, join my workshops. I do a lot of them online. I have a nice group of followers doing all kinds of styling. So just go to my website, dancewithrasa.com, and you will find us there. And now, subscribe, and I'll see you soon.